Hello and welcome to a Times special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. It takes courage to challenge the majority's decisions and stand up for justice, especially if there are consequences. We rediscover Valluvar's thoughts on questioning authority through the example of an Indian American student who recently questioned Harvard's decision to depart protesting students, and the example of ill-fated Bay of Pigs invasion by the United States.
Shruti Kumar, a Harvard University student and eldest daughter of immigrants from India, graduated this year. It was a momentous occasion for her because she was chosen to give the commencement speech. Every year, the university selects some students from many who would have opted in to address the gathering. It is obvious that Shruti's script would have been carefully scrutinized and cleared by the Harvard Council. A few days ago, the ceremony took place. When she was called to address, Shruti started her speech with the expected rhetoric about her immigration background. But all of a sudden, she paused, pulled out a paper from a pocket in her graduation dress, and went off the script. She stunned the authorities when she spoke about Harvard's decision to halt the graduation of 13 students who otherwise would have graduated on that day. Harvard Council has debarred these students from graduating as they indulged in peaceful pro-Palestine protests when the battle at Gaza reached the zenith of intensity and nadir of humanity. She added that she was deeply disappointed by the intolerance for freedom of speech on campus. She underscored the importance of not knowing what it is to face death each day. But not knowing should pave way for empathy, humility, and willingness to know. She took a dig at authorities for stopping a peaceful expression of solidarity with people in pain. "Oh, she is fearless," I exclaimed to myself, especially considering how many companies have declared they would not hire kids who indulge in pro-Palestine protests. She could have chosen the easy way to say what is politically correct and stuck to the approved script. Yet, she took the difficult path. As we traverse the trail of life, we are often challenged to decide which path to take, especially when we are in a group and have to share our opinion. Do we say what will be pleasing, diplomatically astute and gainful? Or should we say what is ethical, probably unpopular, and may perhaps land us in trouble? In April 1961, 3 months after taking office, President Kennedy met with his advisors. The agenda was to discuss a secret plan hatched by the CIA to invade Cuba. Kennedy and all the advisors voted in favor of the invasion. Bay of Pigs was the planned landing point. The aim was to overthrow Fidel Castro's government. Everything went wrong in this mission, from the chosen place for landing to underestimating the Air Force prowess of Cuba. About 1,200 US soldiers were captured as prisoners, and America had to pay $53 million worth of baby food and medicines to Cuba to release the prisoners. The disaster at the Bay of Pigs had a lasting impact on the Kennedy administration. Kennedy and his advisors were among the most intelligent people to run the American government. How did they devise such a botched plan? When organizations make disastrous decisions, we often wonder why. Didn't anyone in the elite group of advisors voice an opinion against the leader's wish? Why hasn't anyone cautioned about the possible flaws in the plan or strategy or decision logic? Psychologists call this the phenomena of groupthink. When most people agree to follow the majority opinion in a powerful group, any person expressing a dissent is often seen as destroying the group's unity. People are afraid to be naysayers. Hence, they support the popular view that leads to disasters like the Bay of Pigs. It needs immense courage to stand up for what you believe, even if it might be detrimental to your own status within the group. Shruti had the courage. "Howard, do you hear us?" thundered Shruti during her speech. She was a tiny individual against a mighty institution. She had spoken words that might not please authorities and future employers. But the truth seeker is never afraid of knocking on the doors of authority, however feeble their voices are. Had Thiruvalluvar lived today, he would have been proud of Shruti. He declared that it is the duty of the group member to strongly voice the truth, even if the person of authority should be against the view. Arigondru Ariyaan Eninum, Urudhi Uzhaiyirundhaan Kooral Kadan. The person with authority may be ignorant and thwart him, but it is the duty of the counselor to point what is just and proper.